Do you ever feel like it takes you way too long to learn things on the guitar, or even like your practice sessions could just go a lot better and a lot smoother? Hey, I'm Nate Savage, and I want to talk to you about 5 huge mistakes that I've made in my practice time, and this still sometimes kind of seep back into my practice time, so you can be aware of them, avoid them in your practice time, and get better a lot faster on the guitar. Oh, that's fine. It'll clean itself up. I'll just keep practicing. I don't think this one can be overstated, because when you're practicing learning something new and you make a mistake and you kind of blow right through it, you tell your brain that it's okay to make that mistake, and you basically program your brain to play something wrong. And that can create a lot of problems down the road, and it takes a lot of discipline to actually stop when you hear a mistake and correct it. But when you do that, you save yourself so much time learning new things. You can save yourself hours, weeks, and even years of practice. The second huge mistake is practicing too fast. And I know we as guitar players hate practicing slow. I know you do, because I do too. But the truth is that slowing something right down is the fastest way to learn it faster and get it cleaner. It's fine. It'll clean itself up. It'll work itself out. I read a book called The Practice of Practice, and in this one section it was telling a story about this instructor at this conservatory for string players, and he was telling his students, if I can recognize, or if somebody can recognize what song you're learning or what tune you're playing as you're learning it, then you're playing it too fast. That's a really good rule of thumb to go by when you're first learning a song. What song is this? Now, if you could tell what song that was, that means that if I was just learning that song, that would be too fast for me to practice that. And, you know, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of just world-class musicians over the years, and they always say the same thing. And it's kind of scary and uncanny how it's verbatim the same thing. They say, if you're having trouble with something, or if you're just learning something, then slow it right down. That's the phrase that they always use, slow it right down. And if you can discipline yourself to implement this in your practice time, it's one of the keys to getting better faster on the guitar or any instrument. And the cool thing about this is you can feel it when you enter into this kind of practice mode. You can actually feel it, that your brain is retaining things properly and you're not making mistakes and you're learning really well. You're doing it right. The third way to sabotage your practice time is inconsistent practice. And by that, I mean, if you're only practicing once or twice a week, then you're really shooting yourself in the foot. I remember probably the first week of music school, our theory teacher for our class told us, if you're a music major and you're not practicing at least an hour a day, every day of the week, then you're kidding yourself and you may as well leave now. Now, I know we're not all music majors and we don't want to all be, world-class musicians, but if you want to get better at the guitar and you're not practicing, 4 to 6 times a week, at least 20 minutes a day, very consistently, then you're going to make it really frustrating for yourself. It's going to be a lot harder to get better. So start small, set a practice schedule. You can use your phone to set up reminders or an actual physical calendar, but make a plan and stick to it. That'll help you be consistent with your practice. Number 4 is practicing without a plan. And this is kind of a two-parter. The first part of this is setting SMART goals. And the second part of this is having an actual plan when you go into any practice time or practice session that you're going to be doing. SMART is an acronym for goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. As guitarists, we tend to say things like, I want to be a great guitarist, or I want to be a great fingerstyle player. That's way too broad. Or maybe I want to be a great blues lead guitarist. That's still way too broad. The problem that a lot of guitar players run into when they sit down for some practice time is they don't know what to practice. And taking some time to set very specific and achievable goals can really help you know exactly what to practice when you sit down with your guitar. And probably the most important part of these goals is setting a time limit on this. So if you want to learn, it could be anything, something specific. If you want to learn your blues skill, say, I'm giving myself 2 weeks to be able to play through this blues scale at 70 beats per minute or something like that. Get really specific. The second way that we tend to practice without a plan gets even more specific, and it refers to individual practice sessions. We need to have a goal for each practice session that we sit down to, something that's measurable that we can say at the end of the practice session, hey, did I achieve this or did I not achieve this? And I have a pretty good little kind of template that you can follow here if you need some help setting up your practice time. First off, start off just by warming up. Do something that get your hands acclimated to the guitar. After that, go into a super focused time of practice where you're working on that one thing that you want to accomplish in that practice session. After that, it's important to set aside some time to just jam and have fun on the guitar. What that does is setting aside the time to just have fun ensures that you also are using a good chunk of your practice time to work on something that's new and that's part of your SMART goals. And then you can, spend 10-15 minutes just jamming, having fun on the guitar. After that, the last thing you should do is assess your practice time that you had and say, did this work? Did I make the progress I want? If so, great, kind of continue down that road. If not, reevaluate and make some tweaks. The fifth and most devastating practice mistake is not practicing with a musical goal in mind.
So, you play guitar?
Yeah, I play guitar. It's great.
So, like, you know any songs or can you play anything?
Songs? I know G, C, and D.
That doesn't sound like Wonderwall to me.
Something as simple as that tune, Wonderwall, can sound great. And, this is the whole purpose that we pick up the guitar and practice anyway. It's to play music, whether it's original music, learning covers, or just improvising over chord changes. If you're not making music, then what's the point? You can practice a scale all day, but if you can't play anything with it, then what good is it for you? So my encouragement for you for this one kind of goes back to number 4, setting goals. As you set your goals, make sure that there is a musical point or a musical end to everything that you're working on. Again, whether it's cover tunes, writing your own music, or just being able to improvise and jam over a chord progression, that is the key to getting better, or at least one of them. So as you think about everything we've talked in this video, make sure as you're planning your goals to at least write down a short list of songs that you'd like to learn in the future to always have handy. You should always have at least 1 or 2 going. Here are a few books that I've read over the years that have really helped me out as far as my practice time. The practice of practice is something that will really kind of convict you as far as how you're spending your practice time and make your practice routine a lot better. The Inner Game of Music, I actually heard about this book from John Petrucci, not from him, from a video that he did, and it's one of his favorite books, and it's about the internal game of music, what's going on in your mind in your practice time and when you perform. And it just helps you a lot get kind of your mind under control so you have a productive practice session or performance. The Talent Code is all about talent. The eternal debate, is somebody born with talent, musical talent, or can they develop it? And I think you can develop it, and I think that's the main summary of that book too. And it just tells you how to kind of tap into that internal talent. And as far as your practice time too, that's a really important way to do that. And the last resource I have for you to check out is anything by Noah Kageyama. He is, I believe he's a professor at Juilliard, but he has this website called Bulletproof Musician that has a lot of really good tips and concepts on it. I just learned a fingerstyle tune that normally would have taken me at least a month to get down, but I was really focused and tried to implement all of these practice tips as far as practicing slowly, not practicing through mistakes, and it cut it down to about 2.5 or 3 weeks, so it saved me a lot of time, even though in the moment it didn't feel like it felt like it was going really slow, but that's just evidence that these tips really do work. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any tips that have helped you in your practice time, don't forget to share them in the comments with the community. See you later. Do you ever feel like you forget the words on the script? That happens to me every day of my life.
It's like, wait a second.
Wait a second, that's not in there. I'm Nate Savage, and in this video, I want to talk to you about the 5 biggest mistakes. No, that's not how I want to start this. Do you ever... Hold on a second.